Assalamualaikum everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss experiment number 12, and this experiment is about the determination of bulk density as well as tab density of a given powder. So, before we are going to start the lecture, I request you to please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and if you want more of this content, then ask me in the comment section. Then I will make special video for you. So now let's start the lecture. So first you have to notice the aim of this experiment. So the aim of this experiment is to learn the application of bulk and tab density. So it is a type of density, and in the next page I have explained what is this type of density. And the second aim of this practical is to determine bulk and tab density of the powder which are given to you in this experiment. So first you will write the theory. So first we will define the bulk density. So bulk density of a powder is the ratio of mass of an untapped powder sample and its volume. So what you are going to do, you are going to divide the mass of untapped powder. Untapped powder are the powder which is untapped, means you don't tap this powder. How we tap the powder? For example, if you put the powder in some utensil, and after some time, to settle this powder down, you will do this tapping to this powder so that it could be settled down. But you don't have to do it settle down. You have to take this untapped powder and divide this mass of untapped sample by its volume. So whenever you divide the mass of untapped powder by its bulk volume, this is called as bulk density. So now we move on to the next page. So now here we discuss about the tab density. So if you notice the definition of tab density, so it is defined as it is an increase in the bulk density attained by after mechanically tapping a container containing the powder sample. So you have discussed the formula of bulk density. Now after bulk density, find out, you have to tap this powder, the utensil which contain the powder. You have to tap this utensil on the floor, and then after you see that the volume of powder decreases because it settle down. When it settles down, then you have to find out the density of this powder. So what you will have to do, you have to put the formula. You have to take a mass of the tapped sample and divide it with the tapped volume. So by putting the values in this formula, you will find out the answer, and the unit are given below. The unit of bulk density and temp density are same, exactly same of each other, and this unit is gram per ml, or this unit could be kg per meter cube. Okay, kg and gram is the unit of mass, and ml and meter cube is the unit of your volume. Now we discuss its pharmaceuticals application, that why it is important to find out the bulk and tab density. So it gives the idea about the porosity and interaction between the powder, that it gives you how the particles of powder interact with each other, and what is the space between them. Okay, and the tap density of material can be used to predict both of its flow properties. So it is very important to find out the flow properties of a particular substance, because these flow properties are allowing us and telling us that how this powder will going to react when we form the solution of it. Okay, and you know very well, in the preparation of drug we have to prepare a lot of solution by these powders, so therefore it has really importance for us. Third point is that we can predict the compressibility of a powder. The word compressibility means how the powder undergo the compression. Okay, whenever the pressure is applied on it, how it undergo the compression, this is called as compressibility. Last pharmaceutical application of it is it's also help in the dose uniformity. It produce the uniform drugs. Okay, so now we discuss the apparatus for this experiment. The apparatus we need is a weighing balance, measuring cylinder, and sieve. The chemicals which are required are the zinc oxide, it is a powder form, talcum powder, it is also a powder, mannitol, starch and lactose. Okay, so these are the chemicals and these powder are given to you. Now you have to find out the bulk and tap density of all of these powder. So the procedure of this experiment is that first you have to wash and clean the all glassware, calibrate your weighing balance, and you have to pass the given powder through the sieve. And the sieve has some kind of numbering in them, which represent the opening size of the this sieve. So you have to weight 5 gram of given powder, and this pour this powder into your marine cylinder. So after pouring that, you have to note the initial and the bulk volume of them. After calculating the volume, you have to find out the bulk density, and then you have to after 2 minutes you have to find out the tap density. And so at the last you will write up your results. Okay, and the precautions for this experiment is that all the apparatus should be cleaned and before the use and must be dried, and the powder should be weighed correctly by your measuring balance. Note the volume carefully, don't tap the cylinder while measuring the bulk density. So if you tap them, then it will become the tap density, so therefore you should be careful about it. Okay, so this is the pencil work. In this diagram you are saying we have two mining cylinder. On the right side you see a mining cylinder and it contains the volume of starch at 12 ml. Okay, in the left side it also contains the volume of starch and its volume is 9 ml. Okay, so this mining cylinder contain untapped powder. Okay, while this marine cylinder contained tapped powder. So you see the difference, untapped volume is more than the tapped volume. Okay, so by this diagram I am showing this concept to you. Now we move on to the next page. So in this page you are going to calculate the bulk density and the trap density of the starch. And first of all you have to find out the mass of the starch, and we have take the 5 grams. So you have to take 5 grams of this starch, and now you have to find out the bulk volume. So you have to put the starch powder into the mining cylinder, and then you have to find out the bulk volume. It come out to be 12 millimeter. You have just have to put the powder into your mining cylinder and find out the value where the powder ends. Okay, now to find out the bulk density, you divide the mass of that sample with the bulk volume. So you have to divide 5 ml with the 12 ml. Answer will be come out of 0.4166 gram per ml. Now you find out the tap density. So for the tap density, you have to take the mass of charge 5 gram, and the tap volume would be come out to the degrees than the bulk volume. So now you divide them, and the answer is 0.55 gram per ml. So now you have to calculate bulk density and tap density for the lactose. For the lactose, again you take 5 gram mass, and the bulk volume come out is 9.9 ml. So divide them, and for the tap volume you also have to calculate it, and then you have to put the values, and the answer will be come out. Okay, so the sample you have to now draw this graph. For this graph you have to write the sample. We have taken two samples, starch and lactose. Weight of them is both weight has 5 gram. Bulk volume of both of them you will write up. टैप वॉल्यूम को राइट करेंगे, हमेशा ये याद रखना है कि बुल्क वॉल्यूम से टैप वॉल्यूम जो है वो छोटा होगा. ठीक है, उसके बाद हमारे पास बुल्क डेंसिटी आ जाएगी और टैप डेंसिटी आ जाएगी. ठीक है, सो उनकी वैल्यूज़ आप राइट अप कर देंगे और आपका जो है यहाँ पर एक्सपेरिमेंट ख़त्म हो जाएगा. सो एंड में आप लोग इनके रिजल्ट्स लिख देंगे कि बुक डेंसिटी की वैल्यू इतनी आई, उसकी वैल्यू इतनी आई. ठीक है, तो सारी वैल्यूज़ को आप एंड अप करके राइट अप करके अपना एंड में रिजल्ट दे देंगे. ठीक है, सो दिस वाज द एक्सपेरिमेंट. आई होप कि आप लोगों को लेक्चर समझ में आया होगा. फिर भी आपको अगर कोई भी कन्फ्यूजन है तो आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं, मैं आपको ज़रूर आंसर दूँगी. सो कीप वॉचिंग माई वीडियोस. और अगर आप और इस तरह का कॉन्टेंट चाहते हैं तो प्लीज़ कमेंट करें, मेरे वीडियो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर किया करें और बेल आइकन प्रेस करना बिल्कुल मत भूलिएगा, ताकि आने वाली हर वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन आप तक पहुंचता रहे. सो टेक केयर ऑफ़ योर सेल्फ. मिलेंगे अगले लेक्चर में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़.